As someone who's passionate about nature observation, I've always been on the lookout for gear that can help me get the most out of my experiences. Recently, I stumbled upon a fascinating statistic. Most birdwatchers miss up to 30% of their sightings because their binoculars can't keep up with fast-moving birds. That's a staggering number, and it got me curious about the Zeiss 8x42 Victory SF Binoculars. If you're serious about birdwatching, hiking, or just enjoying the great outdoors, this bundle might be worth a closer look. The link to check the product details on Amazon is in the description, so feel free to take a peek. I've had the opportunity to test these binoculars for about 3 weeks now, and I've been using them mostly during early morning bird walks and a couple of weekend hikes. I have to say, they've completely changed how I see the outdoors. The first thing that stood out to me was the Ultra FL lens. It's designed to deliver edge-to-edge clarity, even when you're scanning a dense forest canopy. I remember one particular moment when I spotted a scarlet tanager flitting between branches. The colors stayed true, and the image stayed sharp all the way to the edges. That's not always the case with cheaper binoculars, which often suffer from distortion or fuzziness around the edges. But with the Zeiss 8x42 Victory SF, the image was crystal clear, and it felt like I was right there with the bird. Another feature that's really impressed me is the wide field of view. At 8 degrees, it's noticeably broader than what you get with standard 8x42 binoculars. That extra width means you don't have to constantly recenter your binoculars when birds move, which can be frustrating and even cause you to lose sight of them. I found myself tracking warblers across a thicket without losing sight, which made birding feel a lot less frustrating. It's one of those subtle upgrades that only becomes obvious once you've used it for a while, but it makes a huge difference in the overall experience. The build quality of these binoculars is also top-notch. Zeiss used a magnesium body with a rubberized armor coating, so it feels solid but not heavy. I've been a bit rough with mine, to be honest. I've dropped it on rocks, bumped it against tree trunks, and even let it get splashed by rain, and it's still going strong. The diopter adjustment is smooth and stays put once set, which is a small detail that makes a big difference during long observation sessions. I've found that I can focus on a bird, adjust the diopter to get the perfect view, and then forget about it. The setting stays put, even if I'm using the binoculars for hours. I've also appreciated the ergonomics of these binoculars. The eye cups twist up easily for eyeglass wearers, and the central focus wheel is large and textured, so you can make quick adjustments even with cold fingers. I tested it while wearing gloves on a chilly morning, and it was still easy to fine-tune the focus without fumbling. That's a big plus for me, since I often find myself birding in less than ideal weather conditions. The comfort and usability of these binoculars have made a huge difference in my overall experience. I can focus on the birds, rather than struggling with the gear. Another practical benefit of these binoculars is the waterproofing. They're rated IPX7, which means they can handle being submerged in up to a meter of water for 30 minutes. Now, I don't plan on taking them swimming, but it's reassuring when you're out in unpredictable weather. I've used them during light drizzle without any fogging or water seeping in, which is a relief compared to some older models I've owned. It's also nice to know that they can withstand a bit of rough handling. If I accidentally drop them in a puddle, I can just pick them up, wipe them off, and keep going. The bundle also includes a padded neck strap and a hardshell case, which adds real value to the overall package. The case is compact enough to fit in a day pack, and the strap distributes the weight comfortably, even after hours of use. That's not something you always get with premium binoculars, so it's nice to see Zeiss including those extras. The case is also well designed, with a snug fit that keeps the binoculars secure. I've tossed it into my backpack, and I know the binoculars will be safe and sound. Now, I know that no product is perfect, and these binoculars are no exception. The price tag is steep. These aren't for casual users. If you're just starting out with birdwatching or hiking, you might want to consider something more affordable first. After 3 weeks with the Zeiss 8x42 Victory SF Bundle, I'm convinced it's one of the best out there for field use. If you're ready to step up your game and experience the great outdoors like never before, I highly recommend giving these binoculars a try. With their exceptional optics, rugged build, and comfortable design, they're sure to provide you with countless hours of enjoyment and discovery. So why not take the plunge and see the difference for yourself? Check out the link below.